Alright everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, well first of all, my name is Trey Cockrum, and I'm trying to do these intros better, more consistent. And I run two businesses. One business, they're both coaching training businesses. One will do anywhere from $1.5 million to $4 million next year. Honestly, there's so many variables, so many things that are up in the air. The other one consistently for the past 4 years has done on the low end about 50, 60 grand a month. And on the higher end, our best month was $250,000 a month with that business for about 2 months, maybe 3 months. We held that number. And so in today's video, what I want to talk about, having, 6 years of experience and thousands of sales calls and run through a bunch of different offers and angles and different things that I've tested and tried on the internet, I want to tell you a lie that is really, it's amazing how broke this keeps people. It's a very low leverage thing that people have romanticized. And what I mean by romanticized, like they've kind of put it on a pedestal, like, oh, this is just a part of being a business owner, is you got to do this. You know what I mean? It's kind of just a lot of being a business owner. And it's just such a lie. It's so devious, and it just sneaks into your psyche. And a lot of people adopt this, and it keeps them really, really stuck. So, I'll tell you a story to kind of describe it, and then I'll kind of make it a bit more real, and how it really took me from, a $200,000 or $300,000 a year business to, a multi-7-figure business. Okay, back when I was just getting started in 2019, and you can scroll back on my channel if you are curious and see my journey. I was doing everything in my business. I was making all the content, I was taking all the sales calls, I was delivering for all the clients, I was running all the ads, I was doing my own books, I was doing everything. And, I had just kind of like by observation, there's a certain tide in the entrepreneurial scene, in the business owner scene generally, of this concept of, wearing all the hats. And some of you who have some business experience, you already know where I'm going with this video, so you can already tell the lesson. You can probably just click off and save some time. But I was wearing all the hats. I was doing everything. And I was very good at everything. There's no part of business that I'm not really good at. I really pride myself on my ability to learn new things. If I have a core skill, it's the ability to learn new things. And so, I was doing a couple $100,000 a year. And at the time, my offers were kind of mixed. I did a lot of different things. I had one coaching offer that helped people start a social media marketing agency. There was like a one-on-one coaching offer with me for like $3,000, and I just kind of worked people up into it. And then I had a social media marketing agency that was doing like 10 or 15 grand a month. And then on the side, I was still shooting weddings here and there. That was my old business. And I still had a wedding photography course that was live. So I had all these things. And what started to happen was, it was the most money I've ever made. Gosh, imagine being 18, 19 and making $200,000, in cash volume in a year. It's awesome. But the problem was this key. And the key is my caloric energy levels and the burn of that caloric energy when you're constantly context shifting. So context shifting is the psychological idea, is the psychological term for what business owners call, wearing all the hats. You wear the hat of being at the register, then you wear the hat of working in the back, then you wear the hat of doing the books. It's all the hats you have to wear. And so I think there's a season where you have to wear the hats, sure, because you have to at least be good enough at it that you can train people on it and stuff. And John Maxwell's idea of they have to be at least 80% as good as you are, and then it's totally worth delegating it to them is very, very true. They don't have to be as good as you, just 80% as good as you, and that's completely worth it because your time's the most valuable thing. And so today, for example, in my industry, in the online coaching and consulting industry, service-based industry, paid ads, Alex Hormozy, guru-y people, that's my niche, I guess. There's this idea of B2B is easier than B2C because B2B buy easier, they're coached easier, etc. That's not all the way true. The problem is that B2C requires you to context shift in a way that only extremely intelligent and extremely emotionally well-managed people, and that's a very rare subset of people, can actually do. So a very small group of people can themselves be the face and themselves run the day-to-day operations of a B2C consumer coaching offer. Because consumers are extremely emotional in their decision-making process. And they think they're rational. That's the thing. Is they think that their emotional thinking is rational, and it's not. It's the nature of consumer mindsets. This is why people go into debt to buy cars, which is ridiculous, So, and then people have this idea B2B is easier. And what they really mean is they have to do less context shifting. But I would say B2C is just as easy as B2B if you can have somebody who manages the B2C coaching end on your behalf, who loves that and doesn't have to context shift. So for me, in my new company, Kingdom Content Creator Academy, which in the past couple days we've done $7 or $9 grand or so in sales for it. January should be a 6-figure month for it. February, ideally, it's 150 to 180, and then by March, we're crossing $250,000. And the way I'm going to get there is just by training up, sales reps and really delivering an amazing program, an amazing product, and a great curriculum. Obviously, that's kind of like almost a given. When I talk about revenue numbers, people are always like, "Oh, but what about the product?" I'm like, dude, that's what I care about the most. That's why I'm aggressively growing the sales, is because we have an amazing product. But anyway, tangent aside, I have a head coach, and they don't have to context shift. All they do all day is focus on the course, the process we walk people down, how people feel, where they're getting stuck. They're adjusting the course daily without me even really having to consult on it. They themselves succeeded with the model. So they have a $15,000 to $20,000 a month short form content business, basically, where they do short form content services for a variety of different businesses, which is what we teach. It's a great way to get started online. And so I was like, dude, let me just coach you on how to coach, like show you how I work with B2C, show you the emotional intelligence stuff that you got to possess, as well as like the physical, practical, how to build the course, how to structure things, how to hold people accountable to their goals, how to create a system where literally if they just follow the process, they're gonna succeed, how to work backwards from their goals, stuff like that. So I showed him stuff like that. And then, now I don't have to think about it. So I don't have to shift context at all. I can do what I love, which is marketing, sales, team building, and I love coaching on those subjects, but I'm not that empathetic, because honestly, I don't have that many people who are empathetic to me. Like I own my life. Like I do what I do. I don't have anybody that I can like call and like vent and like maybe my dad, but even then, like I'm 25, like I own my problems. These are my problems. You know what I mean? Like, and so people tend to turn their coach into their therapist in a business to consumer market. And I am honestly, admittedly, terrible at that, which is probably a problem. I can really slow down and like level with people and hear them out and whatever, but it's not my nature. My nature is, dude, like you made a decision, commit to it. And a lot of people, they don't like that. So yeah, I hope that this video like makes sense, right? So what you have to do is you have to learn how to put yourself in the seat that you're best in within your own business. These videos are so easy for me to make. Content's great for me to make because I can just rant and I can just talk, Like I want to be like the Jordan Peterson, Jim Rohn, Sam Ovens of my little niche. I want to philosophize and talk about things that I like and drive amazing results for my clients and build great businesses. Like that's what I want to do. And so I like this. This is fun. This is easy for me. Building teams is fun and easy for me. Ads and funnels is fun and easy for me. So I run offers that are easy and fun for me. And after a series of trial and error, I've learned what's fun and easy for me. And I build businesses around what's fun and easy for me. Because quite frankly, if you're doing things in your business that you don't enjoy, you're gonna lose out. You have to know how to do them so that you can have somebody do it. But if you don't enjoy what you're doing, if you don't enjoy the rhythm and rhyme of it, if you're not getting energy from your work, whether that's actual profit, which is obviously the most important form of energy from your work, or just like a sense of satisfaction with what it is that you're doing for the world and a sense of mission and enjoyment of the process and everything, you're just going to lose it. And so people tend to kind of have this, there's this like muscle head energy almost. Okay, like here's a great descriptor. Like in the gym, I'm sure you've been to the gym before. If you're a business owner, most people take care of their health. You've probably been in the gym and you've seen these freaking like 50, 60-year-old freaking meatheads. You know what I mean? Like they're these like bulldog looking dudes and they're just like gruff and rough and they're just like, there's the kind of that energy in the entrepreneurial space of like, I'm just going to buckle down and just do it. And I'm here to tell you that that's like terrible for your net worth. It's not a good thing to do. The best thing you can do is figure out what you absolutely love doing, which for me, it's building online training and coaching companies that I am passionate about the mission. And like, that's essentially all I do, because in the Kingdom Content Creator Academy, which is our coaching company that we're growing right now, I love what we do. I love growing it. I love the mission of it. We're getting great results. The students love it. And then in my other business, which is the Kaizen Mastermind, which is basically just one-on-one attention from myself, where I help people get their coaching offers to 100 to 500 to $1 million a month in sales. It's like, I'm doing it there too. I'm growing coaching companies. So I love growing coaching and training companies because I'm very passionate about the e-learning space. I'm passionate about, alternative education. I think it's a beautiful thing. And, I was homeschooled, and I understand the value of self-education. And Jim Rohn's quote of, public education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. And I really believe that. And so that's kind of my mission, So anyway, I just want to make a short video about this. Like, no, don't wear all the hats. Wear the hats you're good at and find good people to train on the rest. Know how to wear those hats if you have to. Don't be ego above doing them. That's not what I mean to say. If I have to do my books, I will do them. If I have to call a client, and like talk, or whatever, or do the groundwork, I'm totally capable of it. And quite frankly, the reason why my new business is going so well is because I've continued to be willing to do that as we make changes and stuff. Like, I'll set up meetings, sell, kind of help with the process of coaching, all that stuff. Like, I'll be involved to kind of prove it out and then map the forest, but then I'll give that map to hungry, humble, and smart people who are mission driven alongside me and want to make the same, want to make a lot of money doing it. So, yeah, just a thought. Hope that this has been a helpful video for you. And don't go broke thinking that you got to wear all the hats. You don't have to wear all the hats. Don't glorify that. Find a rhythm that you absolutely love, and stick to that rhythm, and find a daily routine, a life routine, a way of moving that's very sustainable and fun for you. And gosh, you'll make way more money. It's insane. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.